Welcome back, YouTube. Today we're going to be doing a how-to Lostmauth. We're going to let Sped explain it all, and Sped, take it away.
Alright, so pretty much when you get started, you want to run out here, and you're going to have a couple groups of enemies here. You want to go ahead and grab a couple groups of mobs and drag them down the hill. This just avoids getting into a bigger mess by going up here and having to fight all the enemies right in one big area. After you clear out a couple groups of enemies here, as you can see, they're coming over the hill now, but as you clear out a couple groups of enemies here, you're actually going to want to take the path under the bridge. Taking the path under the bridge avoids, complications from getting involved with a lot more enemy groups than you need, and it helps the tank and the rest of your team to better organize and grab, just 4 groups here, 4 mobs. Now onto the golems here. This will be the last 2 that we need to break the seal, and we'll go ahead and fight the first boss. As you can see, we can drag these 2 together, or you can just enclose and all the time. All right, now onto the first boss. On the first boss, you want to make sure that your tank and or a strong melee class is very close to the boss. This will keep him aggro on that player and make it where he will not use his ranged attack on the weaker DPS or the healer. When you get to the boss down to about halfway, he'll actually split and jump off his Imperial Rage Drake there. You want to try to kill the boss before you kill the Rage Drake. If you kill the Rage Drake first, the boss will actually go enraged, making him a little bit harder. He'll take less damage, and he'll actually hit a little bit harder as well. So, definitely killing the boss first will help the team out. On the way down the tube here. Alright, at this point, you go ahead and kill this little group of mobs here, and then 1 of 3 doors will open. Both the front and the right path are very, very easy. Not much, to those. Just run through, kill enemies, and then continue on. We're actually going to get the front path here. The right path is very similar. There's a little couple of obstacles and stuff like that. I mean, this one here, you have to avoid these little fire orbs here, but if you get hit by them, there's really no consequence. You just get knocked back. Falling rocks here are a little bit stronger and, may potentially kill smaller gear or lower geared team members. So you definitely avoid that. On the other side, like I said, the right path also has falling rocks, and there are little channels of lava. You just, hold down your L1 button to jump over those. Then you have the parkour path, or that left path when you first enter there. That left path, some say that it's definitely easier because you don't have to fight the mobs, but others find it quite difficult. All you have to do is, like I said, hold down your L1 button, and that'll let you jump a little bit higher, allowing you to clear the path. Like I said, this is actually the parkour course right over there. So you can definitely see how that could be a little challenging, but there is a couple little distinct patterns that you can use to jump across there quite easily. Now onto the floating bridge right here before the 2 scorpions, which is considered the second boss fight of this dungeon. Like I said, holding down L1 here to easily cross. As you can see, if you do miss, you will die. So you want to go ahead and get through here by holding down your L1 and jumping across. Once you get onto the other side of the bridge here, or the floating rocks, or whatever you want to call it, you need to resummon your companion, as it will fall and die. After resummoning your companion, you guys can go ahead and enter here. There are 2 ways that you can do this boss fight here with the 2 scorpions. You can either do the easier way if you have a weaker tank, which is to separate them and fight them one at a time. Fighting them one at a time allows you to get a lot of that AoE off the tank and DPS by pulling one to the back of the map here and fighting one at a time here. So just grab this guy back, and then your DPS and healers can stay up front and fight that one Scorpion. If you do have a stronger group and you're looking to get through this fast, you can pull them together. And pulling them together, you can DPS them a lot faster. But there is a little bit more mess, as you can see. There's lots of AoE, lots of potential death. But if you have a strong healer and a strong tank, you can definitely make this work. On to the next part here, a little ambush. The ambush to me is for building up action point gain, or your AP. At this point, you want to build up your action points as much as possible so you can use them on the final boss on Lostmauth. As you can see, these enemies are fairly easy, meaning that they are level 30s. Most of them can be one-shotted. So I think that the only point of this is just to build your AP up. Once you clear the little ambush here, you can go ahead and move on to the final boss. Into the gold room here. Lostmauth is the final boss of the dungeon, and he has several different AoE attacks, as well as single target attacks that are quite difficult to avoid. He's a very technical boss. You have his very final tail swipe there, and that little tail swipe attack is a massive AoE that can really one-shot a lot of the DPS and stuff like that, so you want to try to avoid his tail as much as possible. Most of the DPS should stand in front of his back left leg, right between the front and back leg right there on his side, and then as he turns, continue to stay on that back left leg. Now the ranged DPS can stand on these little vents, on these back vents here, and that is a lot easier for them to avoid the little flying orbs or little fireballs that come across the map there. And then of course you have to watch out for the lava that'll pour up on the map at several different parts throughout.
So we are agreed then, my Lord Lostmauth.
Also, Lostmauth has a laser beam or laser eye attack in the very front. If you have a strong enough tank, you can stand in the very front and actually take these laser eyes and block that out. If you are running without a tank, or your tank is dead, when the lasers get really close together when they're targeting you, they'll move closer together. That is like a little timer to tell you when you're actually going to be struck by the lasers. At this point, you can either dodge or avoid them when they get very close together. This is how you know that you're being struck by them. When Lostmauth gets down to half health here, you'll actually see him take off and fly away. At this point, you all want to get into the middle of the ring here, middle of the map, and get on either side, either corner of this little gold diamond. When the falling rock comes down, you want to move to the center and avoid it. It is easier for the group to do this rather than standing there and just getting hit by the rock. It's also easier to spread out. This lets the DPS and the team members here know exactly which person is being targeted. At this point, it's pretty straightforward. Avoid the lava and kill the boss.
And that is how you do Lostmauth, YouTube. Please like and subscribe for more how-tos, and we'll see you later.